Hello everyone, Mary from Ireland here on YouTube and also YouTube channel Twin Flame Ireland and UK. I'm back in Ireland from Guildford. The plan going to Guildford was to do the wellness day, really looking forward to it. Go to London, I had an Airbnb booked for 2 nights, and then go to Bath for 2 nights, a B&B booked on booking.com, and then play it by ear. I have a friend up in East Midlands, I was going to go up there. I could go back to London, I could have gone anywhere. So the way it panned out was, I've learned so much, I've felt so much, I've cleared so much. It's unbelievable how we think we're going to a place for one reason and you're there for 20 other reasons. So it's the same for all of us. So if it resonates, or file it back here until you need to bring it forward. But I got to Dublin Airport, got through security, sitting around, yes, got to the gate ready to leave, and there was a sign up that we were delayed and we'd be delayed for about an hour. And the lady beside me told me that the same happened them the day before. And the day went on and on and on, and at the end the flight was cancelled. They had a choice to take a refund or to book again. So she said it couldn't happen twice, so I booked for the same flight today. And then the sign changed and they added more time to it, about 20 minutes or half an hour, I think. So eventually, after 3.5 hours, we got out. The lady beside me went up to find somebody who could tell her what was going on, because they had no information the day before, and it was when it was cancelled they were spoken to. So she found out that our flight was coming from Germany and that the weather in Germany was windy, stormy, and the flight was delayed from there. So we had to wait for the plane to come in. So that was fine, the plane came in, and then we were sitting on the plane and we were told that the crew had to change, because if they brought us to Gatwick Airport they would have overdone their flying time, so they would be breaking the law or whatever, and we wouldn't be safe, etc. So another 2 hours, so 3.5 hours in all at Dublin Airport. So got out now, I won't say something similar. It was the trains from Gatwick to Guildford happened me the last time and delayed the whole thing, and I didn't get there until evening. So this time, 3.5 hours late leaving Dublin, got to Gatwick, prayed that the trains that I wouldn't have to go into London City like I did last year. So they told me the train was cancelled, but if I got the Bedford train to Red Hill and then changed at Red Hill and go straight to Guildford, that's all perfectly fine. But I had a 15 kg bag with me, and it, from then until the time I left, it was like, baggage, of course, baggage. So got to Guildford, and I know the lady in the Airbnb told me it was just a couple of minutes walk from the back of the station. But like that, I came out the front of the station. I couldn't think straight. And I had gone out the back last year, but I just couldn't think which way. I turned left or right. So I went out the front of the station. I had a look around for a while, up and down, and then I said, taxi. And he brought me there, and I got to the house, and there was another Airbnb man staying there, and he brought my case up the stairs. It was a narrow, windy stairs to the attic room, cute little room, no door on it, and just cute, but hard work. So I reckoned Saturday will be better. So Saturday then, the lady gave me directions, and very close to the, Friday night I had a beautiful meal. I asked Spirit, will you please send me to somewhere that has a nice gluten-free light meal and a glass of wine, please. So I just came out of the Airbnb and I walked straight up and I found it. Now it was a very busy man's pub with one or two women in it and Indian food, and perfect. So Saturday morning then, yes, easily got to town, but I landed in a different part of town than I did in March. So I had to go up a big hill, dragging this suitcase after me. And at that stage I said, I am not doing this again. People can come to me. I am not dragging my cards. Now I could work without cards, that's in the offing as well. But I like the cards and people like the cards. So I said, I'm not doing this again. This is my last time in Guildford. So I went in with a positive attitude, but I was so tired. And then I sat up and I sat and I got up and went around and I came back and so fidgety. So I said, I need a therapy. So I made my way around and there were massage people. I said to one of them, I don't think it's a massage I need. I need something, but this is trust your gut, trust your feelings, trust your intuition. So she said, what about this lady beside me? So I met a lovely lady called Amanda, and we had a session, and she was so delighted to be working on somebody who knew what she was talking about and who could bring her own messages through. But everything she was saying I had done. And she mentioned a few things that were connected to my twin flame journey. Stuff that my twin flame had. Now, I'm going to say the person I perceive as my twin flame, because I still don't buy into you have one twin flame. You have one divine highest partner on earth, is the way I'm thinking. But all the other divine partners are divine partners as well. But anyway, it linked in with my twin flame. And I said, but this is him. Like, I had no issue with the part of my body that she was talking about. And I said, fine, okay. So it felt to me afterwards that his energy had stepped into my body. Well, I suppose we are one anyways, and that is. And that I had asked the healer, because I couldn't do it on my own, I needed help, to clear his energy. And she said it was flowing afterwards. Now it's flowing again. And she said, your heart is going to burst open and there's going to be a big heart opening. And she also said, clients, my energy will be reaching out to clients, but let them come to you. And I said, yes, exactly what I said coming up the street. And I felt relaxed and better after it, but very tired and dreaded the thoughts of carrying that case again. Now I got a taxi afterwards. I met some lovely people, did some lovely readings, got some help for my father, and but it wasn't as high energy and passionate as it was the last time I went in March. I wasn't on a high afterwards. I was tired. So got the taxi, got to the train station. Where was I going? London, see the trip. Got the train straight to London. Yes, I had no changes to go. Oh yes, what I did was I got it to the tube station, Waterloo. And then I was familiar with Waterloo, so I got to the tube, the overground Waterloo, and then I had to go to the underground Waterloo, and then that would take me to where I was staying with the Airbnb lady, straight through, and 1 minute from the station, not even 1 minute. And lovely lady, and of course another 2 flights of stairs with the case. Lovely lady, we gelled straight away. She had learned to be a yoga teacher but wasn't using it. Beautiful girl, was going through her own stuff, and we chatted and helped and changed energy. Got up Sunday morning and I was supposed to do a card reading for her, and I said, no, I can't do it. I'm not in the headspace to do it. I have to get out of here. So I had decided to go to my uncle and aunt's grave, and it was raining. And I said, I'm going to persevere. I am this close to this grave. I am going. I've seen it on photographs over and over again, and I want to see it in person, and I know I have to be there. And she told me to go on the underground train. I would have been much better to go on the overground. On the underground I should have gone. I would have been drier and I would have landed nearer the place, but I had to walk and my feet got wet and I was cold, etc. My cousin told me where the grave was, and I couldn't see it, of course, and she said, you're so close, and I said, yep, I know, I'm so close to a lot of things, I said, and they're eluding me at the moment, but I found it. And I asked them, what have I to do? Why am I here? Now I've come to see this grave in person. Am I finishing a cycle or starting a cycle or whatever? And then the day started. And I felt deep feelings, sadness, was on to a friend. I've just followed the tube, followed my instincts on where I needed to be, tube stations, and remembered that I had been here for whatever reason with my twin before, totally forgot until I got there. And then another place, and also linked in with family and family history and Irish history and English history, and ended up crying, but it wasn't deep, it was sadness. But the overall feeling was, oh yes, on the physical there was pain here, like a big stitch. So what the lady had said about the heart opening happened. Massive, massive love over the next couple of days, and connection with Twin Flame by text, and replies, and no harshness, standing in my power, and then the love and the new inspiration came in, which I passed on. And it felt as if in the physical I had done what the healer had done for me at the fair, that I now had cleared his energy and he could walk forward. And that doesn't mean walk forward to me. Wherever he walks forward to, it's going to be full of love, because pink light, love, rose quartz, roses, all coming through since. As well as that, that was that much. After London then, Bath, absolutely fabulous place, and the message is you are where you're meant to be at any given time, even though you may not know why you're there. I sat at a table the first morning, a table for 2 in the B&B, and there was another big long table set, and there were 3 people at the end of it, and I just didn't feel drawn. I sat at the table for 2, and it's funny, I was sitting there and I knew I would have to move. Instinctively I knew I'm not going to be left here, because she had it set for 2 and she had all the other places set, and usually in B&Bs they set for the number of people that will be down for breakfast. So of course she came in, the proprietor came in, and she said, I think I'm going to have to move you, she said. And I said, fine, but she said, give it time, wait a minute, we'll see who comes down. There are 4 people to come and there are 2 people to come. So the 4 people arrived, and she got all mixed up. She thought 2 of them were this. So with all the confusion, I said, I will move anyway. So all I had used, I hadn't used anything on the table. I had only gotten my fruit and my orange juice. and my coffee had come. So I moved the coffee and the cup, and she took the dirty dishes. So I was at the top of this table. There were 3 people down there and 4 people beside me, and the woman from the 4 people started chatting to me. And she was from Holland, and they were going to Glastonbury, and a friend of mine in Ireland was telling me, you're so close to Glastonbury, you need to go. And I said, I don't. I know I don't. It's not drawing me. So we had the most beautiful conversation, the most open woman, and she thanked me for the gift of my presence. You see, she wouldn't meet people who would talk on her level often. And we had the biggest, strongest hug. I was trying to remember when I had that strong of a hug last, and it was from David Mills. Shout out to David on YouTube if you're listening. And I did think of you when I was over there. I thought I could do with one of your hugs, but I got one anyway from a lady. And David, I met him last year at the end of September in person, which was a great experience too. And this lady gave me such a hug, you'd swear we knew each other for years, and we probably did. So she was going to Glastonbury, so I'm thinking she brought my energy to Glastonbury, and I received what I needed anyway. And that I absolutely adored. Jane Austen frequented Bath, and I went to the centre there, and it was beautiful. And writing energy, of course, I know I have to write. Then I think that was a beautiful, yes, everything easy then. It turned out, I made up my mind then I was going home. I have to get rid of this case, this baggage, and I have to go home and drop it and then come back. So take that on whatever level you can. I did send a visualization of visualizing yourself with that bag, dropping it. There's a bridge in front of you, and you're not bringing that baggage with you crossing that bridge. None of us. We're not going to be allowed. So drop that bag of crap, see your bridge, walk across it, and the other end is pink, beautiful light. Lighter energy, full of love and acceptance. New. You don't know where you're going, but it feels soft and gentle and comfortable and nice and new and nurturing and loving. So if you want to do that visualization to some soft music, or just do it as you're sitting quietly, fine. But that's what I felt, an awful strong pull to go home and drop this. And I didn't know where home was. I was just going back to Ireland, drop that bag and turn around and come back to England, which hasn't happened yet, but I'm still feeling the pull. I got to the airport and going to get my bag, Twin Flames name in front of me. And then I am the king of the world. And then a beautiful beginning of a new friendship. Now, how you couldn't make this stuff up, in all fairness. But I was so tired because we got delayed in Bristol for 3 hours on the way home as well. And the way I look at it is my energy was needed there. It wasn't my time to leave that soil. And I do know a man whose childhood was in Bristol. And as he said to me, Dean Thomas, he's on YouTube as well. I may as well give him a shout out too. A very strong soul brother of mine, as is David Mills. And we're all on the one path, doing our journey in much the same way, and lifting the collective, as we all are. And we can't do everything ourselves, so others come along and do it for us. This message was in my weekly reading last week, Our Journey Back to Love, for the end of September. And little did I know I was going to be playing that out at the weekend for my twin flame and for the collective. So Dean is from Bristol. So I was delayed in Bristol for 3 hours. I was in Bristol Energy. They thought we were going to be there for about 7 hours. And then text came through and it said, you're flying at such a time, which was earlier than we thought after the delay was going to be. So that was a bonus. But I got home to Dublin and I had missed 2 buses, 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock. And thankfully, I was just going to give up. I didn't know what to do. I felt just sit in the airport, Mary, and gather your thoughts. And then I discovered there was a 10:30 bus home to my daughter's. I didn't know where I was going to go. There were different places, parents, sister, the seaside, even though late at night, and I could have stayed in Dublin. So I chose my daughter's, where my car was. I missed my car as well. So my daughter collected me. In fairness, I didn't want to get her up out of bed. I landed in Ballinasloe at 1:05 and it was supposed to be 1:10, and she slept it out and I had to ring her. And I did that one night, bringing her from a disco when she was about 15, and I slept it out. And I remember waking up in the bed going, oh my God, what time is it? What time is it? And she had to wait for me. So we were replaying that, so I just breathed, and I was in the middle of a small town at 1 a.m. in the morning, but I had no fear, and the Garda station was beside me. But also in Dublin, I went to go to the toilet, and there was a barrier up, and I laughed. I said, you're cleaning the bathroom? And she said, yes, I am. And I said, well, it's been a day of delays. I said, I'm not surprised there's another one. And she said, yep, your way is blocked again. And I said, that's fine. And she said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will take away the barrier and let you in, and then I'll close it. And when you're coming out, will you open it for the rest of the people to come in? So I said, I will do that, all right. So she was gone. She was going off duty. So bring that to a higher level. I was going in, the place was clean, she had just mopped the floor. I was going in, I was doing my work in there, and then I was letting everybody else in. So to me, and from dreams that my friends have had and messages that they're getting, and we're all linking up together, we are all in this together. We cannot do all our work together. We can't do it all ourselves, one by one. So we're doing it collectively. And we're also getting messages from other people's paths and from other people's dreams and cards. And one of my friends from Las Vegas, she channeled on Sunday and she gave me more stuff, which wasn't mine. I had it all done. But it was my twins. So I was able to pass on in my own way messages to him without preaching like I did in the past. I did it with a huge heart opening and huge love, huge unconditional love, not knowing where it was going to lead him, but knowing that I had to help him unblock and let him off on his journey. And I don't know where that journey is going to be or who with. And I was okay with that. So that was my journey to England, and now I'm back in Ireland and I'm feeling my way again. I'm in grandson energy, which is beautiful. He was 1 yesterday. I'm thinking childbirth, labour, all that, it's difficult, but look what you have after it. So compare that with the journey, the love that comes after the pain and the hardship. And I saw that on the tube the other day. It was something like success comes after the trial. Never give up. It wasn't success though. I don't know, but I was, feck off, I'm done, I'm finished, I've given up, is what I was saying to the sign. I said, no, I've done enough of this, but I have done enough of the physical trawling and trailing. And as well as that, one of my friends in a dream got, it's time now to do nothing. It's sorted. So the collective energy to me is shifting. It's all fallen into place, and everybody will be doing what they're meant to do and making the moves they're meant to move. But for the moment, I have to do nothing. just wait and see what comes to me. So if that resonates with you, some will be moving and taking action, and more will be not doing anything, just filtering in the energies, letting them integrate, staying in quiet time, keeping away from harsh energy. Spirit will help you with that anyway, and that is the message of the moment. So I'll keep you posted. I don't know what caption I'll put on this. I'm going to put it on my Twin Flame channel and tell people on my weekly reading that it's over here. I think that's all. Is that all? Oh yes, coming out of the airport, there's a place you come to that you can't turn back. So it said no return from this point. So definitely no return to the old energies, no return to the harshness or the hard work. And also awaking, other people are awaking, and once they're aware and awake, there is no going back. So wherever you are on your journey, keep moving forward. Take your breaks, nurture yourself, relax, enjoy the journey as best you can. To me, it was hugely physically painful and sad, but the heart opening afterwards, and the love, my God, the love of everybody and the journey and life, as well as Twin, as well as my family, and all 5 sons messaged me either just when I came back or while I was over there, and my daughter, of course, collected me from the bus. So family unit as well. Like, that's never happened before, that they all messaged within a couple of maybe 36 hours, we'll say, and they were all in their different places, starting their new lives. They're all stepping into something new, every single one of them. And my daughter had started back to school for another year of teaching. So it's all new. We're in the new. Another friend of mine messaged me, and she had a dream. And the dream was that she had a baby girl, and she handed the baby girl to me. And I got into my car and I brought the baby girl away, and she was very sad. But then another baby girl came up, and she had the baby girl. And then I came back. So there were 2 baby girls. So to me, twin flames coming into union, feminine energy, softer energy. It's been tough and hard, difficult and harsh. Up to now, the patriarchal energy has been in power, feminine energy. Babies, new life, new energy together, starting a new path together as children, starting the second life on earth. We're reincarnated. We do not have to die and go our physical body. We're back, and we're doing a new journey, starting as a child again together. No more separation of twins, and even physical twins. I know so many who lost their physical twin in their childhood, and it was tough for them, tough. So feminine energy, twins coming together, starting at childhood, being in awe, loving life, learning new things, but doing it together in a softer, more gentle way. So that's it, all connected. Rose quartz energy, roses, flower energy, flower therapies, all the soft, gentle, pink energy. Okay, so love and light to you. I will talk to you. I'll be uploading a Journey Back to Love on my Mary from Ireland channel. This is going on the Twin Flame UK and Ireland channel. So love and light to you. Enjoy your weekend.